And I have a few
Oh,
things to show you, and then we can talk about what everybody has. So let me.
Martha, she's not spotlighted.
Okay.
You know how to do that?
Oh, well, yes, but it's not coming up. Okay, now where'd she go? There she is. There. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay, now.
Okay, so window boxes and planters. So there are a lot of things you can do. You can collect this, that, or the other. So this could be a planter or hanging basket. This is just a lid off of a,
Yeah.
let's see, what was this? Cider, wine, something along those lines. And that makes a good hanging basket. Or you can use the little plastic caps, all different sizes and shapes. Check your makeup. When you finish up your makeup containers, those can come in real handy. This is just a little jelly container from a restaurant. Cut that down so the tab's not on it, and it makes a good planter or pool or dish pan, depending on what scale you're working in. So always look at the junk before you throw it away. I did look around, and pots, you could find little terracotta pots sometimes in craft stores and hobby stores. I have noticed that the little wooden flower pots are now in a lot of the stores. They weren't so much a couple years ago, but they are now. They're plentiful. Another item you can use are the little miniature baskets. So they come in all different shapes and sizes. Then if you like to work with any of the clay, Fimo, and things like that, you can make flower pots in all different sizes. And I just used some clay, made my pots. Then I made my own mold because I wanted something that was pretty rustic. So I made my own, and that's really simple to do too. Then the other pot, if you don't want to make your mold, this is a push mold for like cake decorating. And I took the two halves and put them together.
Oh, how pretty. Oh, that's
Okay. So it's not round, but it still makes a great container, and they come in different shapes and sizes, and those make good containers too. And that's easy. Those of you who don't like to work with the clay, that's real easy too. The other thing is to use your chipboard. Chipboard is like your cereal box type material. And that's what this is. The base of this was chipboard. And then I used different types of air dry clay in push molds for my design work, and put those on my, I just glued those down on my, this could be a fountain or whatever, but you can do this in miniature. So if you think about this in miniature and not coming up so high, that's a neat little half pot for a wall. Or if you just want to work with chipboard or even cardstock, you can come up with things like this, a little hanging pot. So I just made my cone shape, and I took twine and glued my twine on, painted it, and glued in my wire for my hanger. So that's really simple to do too. This is also, this was a cereal box, plus a little bit of wood here for the bottom on my window box. Okay, so you can stick that to the wall. And then you can add whatever decoration, as long as it's not too detailed. You can add decoration in chipboard too to add your texture. Do the same thing in your basswood or whatever type of wood you like to use too. And then this is just some wood trim that I cut down so that it would fit this particular box. I just whacked on it until I got it the size I wanted, and put the little feet on the box to make it decorative. You can also, I didn't get this made, you could also work with wire. You could either use wire to make like hay racks, or you could use like aluminum flashing and have thin flat strips and curl, make curly cues and whatnot, and still make hay racks and things of that nature. Sticking with the paper or the cardstock. These are like for fresh cut flower pots. And you just add, this is just nothing more than cardstock and some twine, and then it's painted up. So you can do those in all different sizes. So that's what it's like with your flowers in it. Oops. Okay. And I did the same thing with the bucket. Only I didn't put the handle on it. And I've got this going on. And the same thing with this, you can do these and make half pots out of these so that they'll hang on a wall or under a window or what have you. So it doesn't all have to be 3-dimensional. You can always make the half pots and make that work. So that's just a little bit to get you maybe motivated and thinking about different things you can use to make your own hay racks and window boxes and hanging baskets and that sort of thing. So I'm going to turn it over to the rest of you and see what good ideas y'all have had.
Okay, Preble.
Okay, if you'll spotlight my phone.
And I saw it here before. Where'd it go?
I'm not sharing yet, but I will change that right now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it, oh, you.
So what I'm showing here is just the window box itself. And let me try to lower this down a little bit and slide it over for myself. So what I used for this is it's thin cardboard and a piece of foam inside, and then the yellow is some paper flowers that I used. They're just pre-cut, and then I think I used pencil for the centers. But just to see that better, I do have an example before the flowers are in it. So let me pull this over, something that's not finished. And there we go. So you can see it's just card, thin card.
Oh, those are nice. Those look good. Yeah.
Losing things. But the brown is just paint. I'm sorry. Let me. Not very good looking at this one. But anyways, and as far as shaping them, this is probably a little more complicated than just a square box, but you're mainly getting your angle on the front, and then after you've done the angle on the front, then you go back and straighten this part, the top part. And if for the bottom, I think it's just flat with the foam. And a lot of times when I use foam, I'm using the pink or blue, I call it builder's foam, but it comes in different thicknesses. Actually, this board, this is some of the blue. It's pink, mostly pink now, but it was blue years ago. I do have another variation of this. Wait a minute, let's see. You can see I did the house up front. Maybe this will be easier to see with the light. Nope. As soon as I tilted it, sorry. All right, well, we'll move that one on. Planner, continuing with window boxes. So this is from a kit that Suzanne Andrews, I believe, Suzanne and Andrew, excuse me. Anyways, but what they've done on it, let me get this to focus. So sorry. There we go. So this is just a solid piece of wood that's been painted, and then this little decorative piece is paper. And scrapbook paper is a good, source of that type of thing. But I also wanted to show what they've done here. This is a printed piece, but what they did is they took little flowers, colored paper flowers. You could punch those out and literally just layer them. It doesn't have a planner itself, but it's just the flowers. I just thought that was a neat touch of this with this house. But the way they did this, it looks dimensional, but it's actually flat painted. Okay, so I have another one I want to show. And the reason I want to show this one is just, it's a variation of that cardboard. In this case, I used, it's kind of hard to see because it's black. But what that is I've used decorative scissors, and I've done it both with the scallop kind, and then this is a pointed, and so it's just a strip. And in this case, I could have used foam inside if I had it a little taller, but in this case, I just build it with the looks like it's a ballast. So, and I have several different colors of ballast, and the greenery is just that foam, green foam, landscaping foam. So that's all I have. You're muted, Barbara.
I know, that was very cool. And I love, well, I'm a big fan of Mary Engelbright myself, so I like the cutesy stuff.
Okay, who'd
Anybody
like to go
else?
next? Somebody that raised their hands. Shirley, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Well, Preble has done a lot of the same things that I have. And I made window boxes for my dollhouse. I just made them out of wood. Light's horrible in here tonight. So you make it so that it's going to sit over the railing on the porch,
Oh, yes.
and then you
good
fill the
idea.
inside.
Yep.
Oh, don't do that.
And so here it is. It's already filled, and it's going to sit over the railing. And I got all the flowers in it.
Oh, I like how that fits over the railing.
Yeah, just put in lumps of green stuff and then shape your flowers and put them in there.
Mhm.
And I didn't go down to the basement to find them, but at the dollar store, they have like little award cups with 2 handles on them in the party supplies. And you can cut those handles off and make like a planter for your sidewalk with, with a base on it so it stands up.
Mhm.
But since COVID, our church is doing a self-contained communion thing. And this is what we have now. So we peel off this side, and that's where the little cracker is. So that becomes your base. And then this has the little bit of wine in it. But the things at the dollar store are very similar to this, but they're much taller and they're more decorative.
That's a cool
That's
planter
a good idea.
for outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So Shirley, does that come where it's already pre-done with a plastic top and bottom on it and you just pull the plastic off?
yeah, it's just got a foil seal thing on it, and then you just pull it
Neat.
off. So yeah, so I've been saving them. We've been doing this for about, I don't know, 4 months now.
Huh.
So I have
Whole
4 of
new
them.
idea on, instead of fast food, fast communion? Is that?
Yeah.
how we prep it?
Well, we can't have buffet stuff anymore, so that means you
Yep.
can't have the tray with the bread
Yep.
going around.
That's a neat idea.
It's
That's
for
really cool.
drive-through, for drive-through.
Drive through.
Yeah, and another one that I didn't dig out because I don't know where it's at. I have a birdhouse that I did a planter box with, and birdhouse is teeny tiny. I just cut a little tiny strip of cardstock so it sticks out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I used a little bit of that green, it's more like powdery stuff. And then some, oh, what's that? Flower Soft for the flowers.
Hmm.
Use the smaller Flower Soft and glue that on so that it sticks out from the birdhouse.
If you can find the Flower Soft.
Well, you know, my stash is how many years old?
I know mine is very old, but people
Yeah.
are saying it's hard to find these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's really all I have.
Thank
But
you.
I've seen the flower boxes like this. I think Hobby Builder Supply has them, but you know, all you have to do is cut 2 strips the length, one for inside, just a little bit shorter because you have your end cap. So on each side. So the floor of your box is a little bit shorter than the 2 sides. So very easy to make.
Somebody has music playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the ice cream truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
I was done cutting grass. The ice cream truck is going by and the bird's entertaining me here and chewing my earring.
Yeah.
So I'm going back on mute now.
Hi,
Flower Soft,
Lucy.
Flower Soft is available on eBay.
good. Yeah.
Lucy, can you hear us? Hi, Lucy.
I didn't know Lucy was here.
Yeah, Marcia, real quick, Flower Soft does come in 2 sizes, the regular and the mini size. So watch what size you're getting.
Okay,
If you're doing 1/4 inch scale, you'll want the smaller size because it looks better.
yeah,
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Thank you for telling us, BJ.
Marcia,
yes,
can I show one more thing?
sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to share my screen this time. So earlier y'all were talking about the herb plant. This is a house plant that I thought that y'all might appreciate.
I like that.
And it's just a pot filled with foam, and then it's got the little brown dirt or coffee grounds even maybe. And the leaves I made. The thing about doing the birdhouse, I did have wood pieces, and they have cardboard tops. That's a painted hole, and there's a hole in the bottom so that the stem can go up in it, and then just some leaves to go with.
Clever. Like
Cool. That's really cute.
Okay, who else had something? There was some hands raised, I know.
Oh, we're shy. Now we're shy.
you go, man.
Nobody else has a planter or a container to show. Oh dear, I better go get some.
I can show you 2 window boxes. I
Good.
looked quickly for the,
Great,
I really wasn't prepared, but I think I can pull up the pictures and
okay,
show them if that'll help.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
I do that?
Yeah. Let her.
Okay.
Yep. Is she enabled to share, Marcia?
oh, yeah,
Good.
A second here. Wasn't totally prepared.
uh-oh,
That didn't sound good.
no,
Can you see that?
yeah, oh, wow,
Very cute.
That's the window box on my potting shed. It's a wrought iron wire piece of window box, and it was really too big when I got it. So I actually took the Dremel to it and cut it in half depth-wise,
Wow.
and so it didn't stick out so far from the window. The geraniums are a kit from Ruth Hanks, The ivy is the same ivy you see, punch you see me use all the time from Ruth Hanks. The interesting thing there is something I didn't make, which let me see if I can get the other.
Is that moss stuff just train? Is it like train foam or grass foam or something, or what is it?
It's just a block of Oasis that I coated in moss.
That, okay, yeah.
Here's a close-up of it, and you can see the little butterfly. That was actually handmade by a Canadian artisan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's pretty.
The entire shed has about 25 different creatures, everything from snails to birds to, and in this case, a butterfly. So that's one thing I was cute on that. The only other window box I ever did was on my dollhouse. Sorry again, I gotta figure out how to do this from the iPad. And this one's probably a good learning lesson. This was an ivy I made. The fern parts are made just from masking tape on wire. The fuchsia were made from a Bonnie Lavish kit. And you can see when I made them, they were a deep purple.
Mm-hmm.
Let me stop sharing and try to show you what it looks like today, because this is a lesson in what happens when you don't use acid-free
Paper.
You don't use acid-free paper. That window box, see the flowers in it?
Oh.
Interesting. There's no purple at all. Wow.
No purple. Oh, it completely left.
And another tip, I know that Susan Karachis now tells you at the end of making an arrangement to spray it with matte spray.
Yes, yeah. So lesson
matte-
learned for me. That was
A
just a little
matte clear
test one.
spray to help it be not fade.
Yeah. So that was a lesson learned for me. I didn't even realize that such a thing could happen, but purple's
Well, I
completely
know.
gone.
I know we all love red flowers,
Mm.
but red fades.
Mhm.
And any color with red in it, like purple, will fade.
Yeah.
If,
So,
if any light gets to it at all, it will. There's really nothing you can do about it. It's just,
oh, the spray, the matte varnish won't help?
it will help a little, but it's one thing in doing artwork that I have to be very careful of, is how much
Yes.
of it that I use, because no matter what you do, it is a color that fades.
Right, it is.
You have to keep it where no light hits it.
One thing you can use is some of the plastic containers are UV blocking. You know, they're not going to block it 100% because that's, you know, we have light. But even your house lights can fade stuff.
Thing. Oh,
So, I mean, it's worth a little bit extra money. The ones I'm thinking about, they hold footballs, American-sized football.
right.
And they come in a non-UV and then another one that is UV. So
I
it
did
depends on
not
who you
know
buy
that.
it from. And I bought it, like, I think the first time I bought it, I didn't realize what I was getting. But when we were talking about that, I'm thinking, you know, it's probably wise that I got that particular one. So
Right.
anyways, something to keep in mind.
Good hint, Rebel.
Yeah, I would not have thought of that.
Okay, anyone else?
I've got a few planters here.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Maybe you can see. Tell me where to adjust it to.
That's
Okay,
good right
that's-
there.
Yeah.
Good.
A lot of them are made from air dry clay, the bases, and I sort of made it sort of freehand, really. If you have a look, there's a little water fountain, bird bath here, wherever, bird bath, and that is a MAC pin with just heated the metal bit that goes into things and pulled it out with a pair of pliers, and it comes out clean, and you can use that. These little kits are from Petite Properties of the planters there, with just balls of tissue dipped in flour soft again, and they look rather nice shape. That's it. Kits are for the flowers on those, but I don't often use them. If you look around the side, you'll just see that's just again a little ball of plastic, polystyrene, and dipped in to make it look like a rose bush with tiny twists of tissue paper painted red and stuck in, and it looks like flowers anyway. So that's the best I can do to show you into a hurry.
That's great.
Was a kit, and the whole thing goes in my favorite. As you know, I used a lot of these Ferrero Rocher boxes, so that goes back in there, and it's at home then.
Rusty, I found some like that.
Good. They take
But-
nice scenes for quarter scale.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, I thought they'd come in more handy for the 144th scale, but the houses with chimneys are just too tall. So I chopped some of the chimneys down. So. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you, girls. That's the best I could do.
Thank you,
So,
Rusty.
my apologies.
Nice.
It makes a nice little scene in a box.
Does.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you can also use wooden beads and cut those down if you need to,
Yeah.
half shape or what have you. That works really well too.
If it looks right, it is right.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, I will see if I can get this to work now. This is what I took off of Google. That is just a lot of different ideas, like Paula was showing and some of the others, but stacked type things, kind of thinking out of the box.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Window box of what other items can be used, like Paula was showing and all.
Cute to use those boots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
look at the witch. Oh my God, the witch legs.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that wall of that like fence wall. That is beautiful.
And
Have
this,
you got these posted on the website?
this is just Google planter boxes and window boxes.
Oh, it's just Google.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that vertical wall, those are usually, a lot of times are made out of pallet wood.
yeah.
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 Here's a nice place for your hose.
I like the chandelier thing,
This,
the pink
Yeah.
one.
Isn't that
oh,
pretty?
yeah.
That's
That one.
cute.
Let's see, where am I now? 3, 4. Like the
Oh,
frog.
look at the hose. Is that are those tires? What are those?
Yeah,
that
those are
from?
tires.
Cute.
I have several tires in my yard with stuff planted in them. Not like a frog, but bright colors.
Oh, I love the frog.
Uh-huh, I do too.
Oh, that would be so easy to do in miniature.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it? Yeah, it
would
would.
be
I like wood.
very easy.
I love that frog.
As much as I use them in my yard, I never thought about putting them in my miniatures, but that would be perfect.
Lovely.
Oh my God, what is in that window?
Be, but anyway,
What is that in that window? Is it just dried things?
don't know, but it's different. And here's another
Weird.
container that's different.
One of them is a bunt pan. Actually, several bunt pans.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah, it
then
is. I can see
That's
that
what
now.
it is. I couldn't tell what they were. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, Marcia, can you zoom in on it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
down
have
to
that
the right,
planter,
little-
the second one right below the bunt pans. Haven't put it up yet, but I have that one. Yeah, the one you put your
Oh, I
the one
like
above
that.
it.
Yeah, that'd be an
No,
easy
I have the
for
one,
me.
I have the one above it. Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I got that from Tractor Supply.
Oh,
those you can make out of your aluminum flashing. They're pretty easy to do.
Yeah. In miniature, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
they're
Yeah, Marcia, use where your cursor is, go over to the right to your blue button
Oh,
and
yes.
slide that, and then you can zoom in. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, the
Yeah, they got really
bunny
creative
Oh,
hand.
and
with that, didn't they?
baskets too.
I know, that's kind of cool, but I don't know what that stuff is hanging down.
Looks like
But-
raffia almost.
It's just like a lot of dried
But
stuff.
it's-
or-
Yeah.
Very interesting window.
Interesting, but as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the
It's
hanging down.
ugly. No, it makes
No.
it look like somebody puked on it.
Bark,
Yeah.
yes, somebody barked there.
Well,
You going too far.
There
Too
you
small.
My old eyes don't see that.
okay, I think.
Lots of
Oh,
great
that's my
ideas.
planter with all the vegetables in it. That's cool.
That
Yeah.
is cool.
Whoops.
Whoops.
I like the one that looks like the old bathtub.
Wrong direction.
Uh-huh.
I have an old washing machine filled with plants.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Same here.
cool. I love that one that looks like an old tub with all the, I guess they're hydrangeas in them. That's cool.
Yeah. I like how they have it up on the window instead of sitting on the
Oh,
ground.
those are beautiful. They're like the one, who showed us that one? That was Wanda, was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I just did a search on Google for tire garden sculptures.
Oh,
Oh,
And
there's
all
lots.
kinds of cool
Oh,
ideas.
cool.
Somebody made a couple of chairs out of
But
them.
the tires are really hard to cut.
Oh, I
We
bet.
we
Yeah.
didn't we tried cutting them, and see, I have 2 tractor tires too that I made as planters,
wow.
but we tried to cut them, cut the rim out at the center, and even every drill, every saw we had, we could not get it going. They're like, oh, just drill a hole and cut it through there, and it didn't
Hmm.
work.
They're
because
built in
they're
steel, so it wouldn't be hard
Yes,
to do.
exactly. Yeah.
But if you stack them in different, you know, it just,
You're not
That's-
talking about toy tires though, right?
No.
No, big ones.
I
Big
can't
ones.
imagine a toy tire being hard to cut.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go online and look for them with removable hubs.
yeah, that would be cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's really some cute
Uh-huh.
ideas in here. I never thought about doing
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
before.
do that
I'm
frog.
gonna check that out.
We gotta all get on Google and Pinterest here. I bet
Somebody
there's a-
even did palm trees. Cut the tires apart and made palms out of it and put them on top of a palm tree.
I've seen them as snakes too. They look really cool. Where they have the humps, like they cut them in half and split them, and they'll do like one
Fun.
side, and it looks like the snake is going through the grass. It's really cool.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, like Loch Ness Monster.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily have to be flowers, is this one?
I know, that's kind of fun.
On my real patio,
Are those
I
antique
used
jars?
I don't
I
know.
don't
but they're
know.
pretty.
Be,
They're pretty jars.
yes.
on my real patio, I've used a little toy wagon and a toy wheelbarrow and planted flowers in them.
Yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
A wagon in miniature.
I have a wire tricycle
Yep.
that I did a fairy garden in.
Yeah, I'm looking for an old
Lot of
bicycle
fun.
to do a basket with something in it. My daughter-in-law did my ex-daughter-in-law did the dresser drawers. Looked really cool how she did it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, anybody got anything else? Yeah, Google is a good one to look at for all
I
kinds
do.
of different things.
I
Inspiration.
got one more thing.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Spotlight my phone again, will you?
okay, where is it? There. Okay.
I was trying to get the angle so you could see it. It's pretty,
Oh, how cute.
so a couple
Oh,
of months
yes.
ago, I don't remember what the challenge was, but it was modifying these plastic things, I think. And so that was my thing was it's one of those brown plastic furniture kits.
Oh,
You
Really?
get the pieces. And this one, it was the old fashioned toilet with so I removed
Yeah.
the pole in between and flipped it because it was hollow. And then everything was glued in place. So
It's cute.
It is
I
very.
had a
cute.
friend that had a real life toilet in her front yard with flowers in it.
yeah,
Yes.
I have
There-
plans to do a whole series of them, and I haven't got to all of them yet. But anyways, that's one that those window boxes.
There is a vendor
I have
that
a,
sells a kit like that. I'll come back and think. I'll think about it and come back and tell you who it is.
Okay.
I have a mold for a toilet, for a dollhouse sized toilet
All right.
to make out of porcelain, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not quite a planter, but I have a friend with rather a warped sense of humor. And if any of the arms and legs that I'd fired for the China dolls, quite big ones, went wrong and people wanted to throw them, she stuck them in her rockery so that they were all coming out at weird angles.
Wow.
I suppose they were a planter in a way, with things growing in those as they came up. Yeah. She
Okay, I
moved.
thought of it. It's Laughing Crow.
Oh, yes.
Laughing
She
crow.
does a chair, been doing a chair, most people are familiar with it, that has a plant sitting in the seat. But now she does a toilet,
Yes,
and she does them in half scale and quarter scale.
Hmm.
I wish I knew how to show you my pictures because I've got pictures. Any of you in quarter scale, have a look in my photographs. I've got a tremendous amount there. You have to skim through. Right.
I should make a correction on what I said about the ferns that were in my flower box. I said they were made from masking tape, and they're actually made from floral tape.
Oh,
Floral tape.
ah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
You just cut a strip of floral tape like this, just cut a short piece and put it on a wire and cut it to, where's my camera, cut it to shape.
Yes.
And
I
then
made
just,
a palm tree that way.
and just feather it, like what you can see here, it's all been feathered. And then you can bend it.
I use ordinary masking tape and paint it. Yeah,
And just bend it to any shape. And
I've
yeah,
done
and
the
this one
masking
here
tape
is
as well.
painted here. It's got like a, where's my camera again? It's kind of got like a purpley cast to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, very easy and quick way to make ferns and say palms as well, right?
Wanda, did you paint your ferns also?
Majority of them I did not, like the ones that are in those flower boxes on the dollhouse. There's my camera again. Are not. They're just the actual floral tape. So just the actual tape color that it is. But this particular one here I did for another project. And can you see the purple in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing with them, you have to make sure you run the wire right down the full length of the piece of tape, or you won't be able to get it to bend, right?
Right.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
had
I
a
know that.
problem. I've had the floral tape discolor, and it turns a muddy
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, well, you can see the one that's on my dollhouse, the fuchsia, which was a kit discolored, but the ferns are the same color as the day they were made. So again, I think it's probably acid-free tape versus non-acid-free tape.
Yeah.
Maybe, because I have seen it fade before.
Yeah. But definitely for that kit, yeah, it was a Bonnie Lavish kit, and I love her kit. So surprised to see that happen.
Nice.
One thing not to use is crepe paper. Like
Oh, yeah.
they used to make streamers out of it, like for a birthday party celebration kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
fades.
pretty, colorful, but it will fade.
Yep.
Yes.
It will fade very badly.
Lucy, do you have anything for the good of the order? I guess not.
I have a couple of containers.
Oh, good.
Okay. Now this is a wreath. And then I see the wreath in there. That's a wreath making the container.
Oh, at the
And then
top.
put wires around the top of the wreath and then bring it together down at the bottom to make the hanging basket.
Oh, cute. That's rather clever.
That's pretty.
That is
And
pretty.
then put some kind of that's real, like what is it? I can't remember what it's called. It's at the garden center with the same thing you use to line your regular
Coconut straw or
coconut.
coconut,
Yeah, that.
coconut,
Foya.
whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
coconut something.
Of course, you could
Yeah.
use the mossy, green mossy stuff or anything. But
Your
and then
flowers are beautiful. Are they cut or?
I think
That's
ivy
pretty.
geraniums.
Lovely.
Wow.
What are they made from? Are they clay or
Oh,
paper? or-
No, it's paper. I only use the Japanese silk paper. That's the only
Beautiful.
thing I use to make the
beautiful.
plants.
Perfect.
Gorgeous.
And
Looks real.
this
Yeah,
part-
it does.
It looks real.
Yeah.
oh, thank you. I try hard. And this container, this just from the fencing, and
Narcissus.
then you cut the fencing down, and then just make the wood to go on, and then you got a little planter
Oh,
That's
how
from
cute.
from the fencing. And then one more, and then just using like the little mulch, the little nuggets that you throw in your yard, just using that
Hmm.
wood for a planter,
Oh my gosh.
as a planter.
Not now, but it's very good.
That
'Cause you can
sunflower's
walk in Lowe's and
gorgeous.
it's probably all over Lowe's and Home Depot and all that, all on the ground and everywhere.
No, not something I've come across.
Some kind of coconut fiber or something or other.
Yeah,
that's what-
coconut fiber. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a
I
coconut.
got the
fiber.
coconut part. I just couldn't get the fiber part.
We call it coir.
What do you call it?
Coir. C-O-I-R,
Coir.
coir.
And you just try to find, some of them are kind of thick, so you just want to see if you can find one thin, thinner.
A lady was telling me she uses those swamp cooler pads. She takes those apart and uses them. I wonder if we could do that for miniatures too.
Oh,
Hmm.
maybe.
I
Yeah.
just walk around garden centers and see what I can use. I just
Yep.
walk around in there. I take pictures. Nobody has ever stopped me doing anything.
Oh no.
I do it.
I'm
most
always
every
taking
week.
pictures when I go somewhere.
I
I
do
walk
it
around
most
with a
every
tape
week.
measure.
I go.
Yes. I have one in my purse. Don't go anywhere without it.
I don't know. Measuring fruit in the greengrocers, you sort of don't touch it, but you sort of hold your head to one side. So yeah, that's about right.
Only miniaturists.
Yeah.
Yep. Only miniatures.
When I first started doing miniatures, we'd go eat breakfast. My in-laws came to town and we went to eat breakfast every morning. So every morning I took all the jelly containers.
My husband, when he's in hospital, he goes to a private hospital and they give him little pots of jam and stuff in the mornings, you see. And they ask him which he would prefer, jam, marmalade. And I tell him to take both, say you're hungry. And then I'll have the spare one, please, and I'll wash that up and only eat that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
I
she
make them
finally, my mother-in-law
like,
finally
"It's
told me,
alright."
I'm not going to eat breakfast with you if you take more jelly containers. Because they would be, some are round, some are oval,
Yeah.
and it's like you got to get all the different shapes and
Of course
everything.
you have. Of course you have. He comes home from the hospital with all sorts of little goodies, caps off this injection and something
Yes.
of that one, and oh, he comes home with a lovely lot of goodies.
Yeah,
When I
I
worked in the
use all that stuff
refinery.
to make the ceramic molds out of
Yeah.
all of those shapes.
When I worked in the refinery, we had little glass vials, all different sizes. So I have one or two of
beautiful.
each little glass vial. And then the one boss, I said, "Oh, these would be perfect if they were shorter to make glasses out of." She goes, "Well, here, take the whole case." And it's like 100 of them in a little box this big. But I was like, okay. And I didn't like them cut because the glass was too sharp. So it didn't work.
You know the things like metal press studs that they stick to when they want to do an ECG or something on you. They clip onto the electric.
Yeah.
I happened to mention to one of the nurses, "Oh, I'll have that. It would make a pot for a pot lid. I fancy making it pot lid on a dustbin or something like that." And next thing I know, I've got a whole handful. What do you do with a big pack of these things?
Yes. It's like I only wanted a couple, I didn't want 100 of them.
Oh dear, it's very kind of them though.
Yeah.
Never say no, because you may not be offered the next time, and it may be something you really did want a lot of.
Right.
Yeah.
Paula, what's on the agenda for next month?
Let me look. I don't remember. I believe it's flowers, but let me
I think
double
it's
check.
flowers. Yeah.
I believe it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to find out how
And Shirley and a whole bunch of others. So that's something to really get ready for.
must find out how to put pictures on.
'Cause there's
Memory to self.
all different kinds of ways.
Flowers.
Anything else on planters and window boxes? Remember Google.
I love those. Yeah, I want to make some of those fancy ones.
Yeah.
Are just plants included in the flowers?
Paula?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the question.
It's just flowers, right? Mainly
Are
flowers.
plants also included in the flowers?
Yes.
I can't remember. Have we already have flowers once already?
No.
No, it's
Okay.
plants. It should be probably be plants and flowers.
Yeah, I think we have I believe we have 2 days scheduled, 2 different days scheduled for flowers, I think.
I think so, but I'm.
Yeah, we'll check it and see.
thought we did.
But yeah, I'm sure there's plants in there, plants and bushes and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, we do have bushes someplace, don't
Yeah, I
we?
think we do trees and bushes. Here, let me go get my phone. so I can
Plants,
set up-
plants, but house plants, things like that. Yes, I think we could do that with flowers. I mean,
August is flowers, September is veggie gardens, October is gates and fences, and November is winter themes.
Oh, we didn't when were we doing trees? Oh, I thought we were doing trees.
Yeah, and when are we doing trees?
Should be in there someplace.
December.
No.
Maybe we were gonna do a weekend day of.
Yes, you were gonna do a workshop with that.
Oh,
okay.
And we talked about doing a workshop with flowers, which Shirley will be doing.
Yes, Shirley has a
Shirley and
flower
Shirley and I'll be doing that one. No, Shirley and I are doing, no, Shirley's doing that. I'm doing the kids class with her. That's the one.
workshop.
I'm so confused. I don't know what day it is.
Well, the thing
Shirley's, is that the? Go ahead.
the thing that interests me the most is trees.
So I think